What's your name?
My name's Antoine.
What band are you in?
I'm in the Uncanny.
So what do you think of the new developments around Humber Street?
Well, Fruit is the main one, really, isn't it? I like Fruit, and it's just when we went down for, was it Freedom Festival at the start in September, I think it was. There's a lot going on, and it's quite exciting for a lot of people around there, and a lot of people who live, mainly students, and well, there's a lot for everybody, really.
Yeah. So have you been to Fruit before?
Yeah, I've been to Fruit to a film night, and I've been a bit of music on a couple of times there.
Right. So what do you think of the venue?
I like it. It's got quite a nice warehouse feel to it, and it's quite spacious, and it's quite because it's quite empty. It's quite adaptable to different sort of gigs and films, and it's completely different every time I've been in there. Like the way it's laid out and everything.
Yeah. So how do you think it could be improved?
I think they could maybe try and attract bigger acts there, like more established bands and stuff, and maybe make it a bit more refined in certain areas, so that there's a bigger crowd that comes in, and there's a lot of potential for it. It's quite a, as I said, flexible venue, and there can be a lot of stuff going on with it.
Right. So what do you think about full music, like local music?
There's a lot of good music. It's quite I've noticed there's a lot of folk in this city and stuff, and like a lot of young bands and new bands, and you can see there's definitely a feeling and an influence coming through the city about when you go to Spring Pod Festival or when you go see Open Mic Night. There is definitely there's a cohesion between all the acts and a lot of bands and a lot of people doing their own stuff, and yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So what music are you into?
I'm a wide range of music. I like a lot of classical music and a lot of 60s music, like the Beatles, a lot of modern music, and like Radiohead, and just different variety, really.
Right. So who are your inspirations?
And from music, I like bands like the Beatles, as I said, and the Doors, but I'm also a fan of writers, and I think they influenced my writing songs like T.S. Eliot and Seamus Heaney and people like that.
Alright. So do you think Fruit influences whole music?
Yeah, I imagine so. I imagine that because it's quite being in the Uncanny and stuff. We're always looking for gigs, and yeah, and I think I've heard a few bands I've tried to play through, and it's like a big thing, because then if you try to play there, you're going to improve your music to get your foot in the door, and so I imagine it does, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think of Hull compared to other UK cities, for music?
Well, I've been Leeds once, a couple of times actually, and around Manchester and stuff. It's not as it's a lot. I found it a lot easier to get into the music scene in Hull than I did in Manchester. There's a lot more going on in Manchester and stuff, but it's not really it's not really advertised here in the way Hull do it. In Hull, you're always aware there's music going on and stuff, and I thought it's really, you can tell it from the rise since I've been here and stuff, and I imagine it'll continue to be.
Alright, thank you very much.